Hey, it's Chris Venn and welcome to Marketing Mondays. I want to spend just a little bit longer here today because we've got a different thought that we really got to look at together here. I want to talk about differentiation and unique selling propositions and why there's a way in which these things are kind of becoming dead issues. And dead issues, you say, it's like, I want to be different. It's like, well, you are different and that's okay. But it's like, let's follow some history. The notion of the unique selling proposition started in the 1950s. And the idea was on television and radio and things like that. What's the point we're trying to make? And so that we can cut through the clutter and get a message to the viewer. So that's useful. But because you have a unique selling proposition doesn't make you that unique anymore because everyone's doing it, and it doesn't mean anyone's going to listen. So later in the 60s and 70s, we got into differentiation. How are we different from everyone else? So it's not only enough to have a cool proposition, but we've got to be different. So if you look behind me, you'll see different buildings and things like that, and they're different from each other, but they're all just buildings, and so they're there. What's become really, really important isn't just visibility or unique selling proposition, it's the whole notion of you've got to be visible. So although all these buildings are actually fairly similar behind us, you can see that there's some that are taller than others. They're visible, you can see them. And here's what I'm going to argue is that right now, the thing that's most important in your business is that you're visible, not that you're different. People can't even see you. In the mess of advisors that's out there, there's so many, a mass of them, that how do people even see that you're out there? And so I want you to think about, how are you visible? How are you putting yourself out there? How are you making sure that people can see you? Now, good marketing goes further. It says, how do we make sure that the right people are seeing you in the right way and that they're moving closer to you? It can get confusing and there's a lot to it. Listen, these Marketing Mondays are about helping. I want to make sure that you've got info that can help you. So first, I hope that helps that notion of how am I visible, not only how am I different, but you've got to be visible. But on this one, I also want to encourage you, I've added a little link at the bottom. We're running a program called Shine. It's an extreme marketing makeover. And the reason we're doing it is because lots of marketing doesn't work. It's not that it can't, it says it doesn't. The second is that too many marketers are focused on the wrong things, and they think that because I can market a butcher, I can market an advisor. It doesn't quite work that way. And the third is that normal marketing engagements where you're redoing everything can be really expensive. And we figured out a way to really reduce the cost and crunch it into only 3 days. So if you're interested in that, take a look. But here's the key. You have to be visible, not just different. You've got to be out there. They've got to be able to see you. So make sure that you're taking care of that. Welcome to a new week. Happy Monday.